Things that lower your HRV are alcohol. I will also have a graph, hopefully over here, that shows an athlete from just a webpage that I found who was doing really good throughout the week. And then you can see Saturday night, his HRV was really high, which means that he was doing a very good job of priming his nervous system, working and recovering. And then you can see it just bottom out on Sunday morning because he had a pretty hefty night of alcohol. So he had the alcohol Saturday night, even though he was at peak, but the alcohol showed itself on Sunday morning, which means that HRV is a lagging indicator. Let's talk about the one that I think is often the most confused, which is HRV, or heart rate variability. Heart rate variability is the time between heartbeats. And what it represents is a parasympathetic nervous system, and usually the higher that it is, the stronger or more robust your parasympathetic nervous system is. Remember, back to school, you have two nervous systems like this. You have the parasympathetic, which we talk about as the rest and digest, and they have the sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight, flight, or freeze nervous system. So obviously, if you're looking to recover, and sleeping is a big portion of recovery, we're talking about that parasympathetic nervous system. So everything that I'm talking about in this video will be geared towards that parasympathetic nervous system or the rest and digest nervous system. So keep that in mind. You see the results of the alcohol in HRV after you consume the alcohol, duh. Otherwise, you'd be getting pre-drunk before you get drunk. I don't know. Other things that can affect it, like I said, alcohol, late night training, frequent awakenings, eating super late at night or eating right before you go to bed can actually affect it. And for some people that kind of sucks because it makes it hard for them if they work a weird shift or they have to work out late, whatever. One thing I want to note here is that alcohol usually always shortens sleep latency, so you fall asleep faster. However, it'll wreck every other metric that we have. We already talked about heart rate variability, and we know that alcohol lowers heart rate variability, and because it lowers heart rate variability, it's going to increase resting heart rate. So that is the one metric that alcohol will improve, but overall, it's not good, obviously.